Eleanor Price was a prodigious violinist known throughout Boston's classical music scene. Having trained at Juilliard and performed internationally, she returned to her hometown orchestra to inspire young musicians. On October 14, 2014, Eleanor was found dead inside her apartment, strangled with a violin string. The scene was grim, no forced entry. Her prized 18th century Stradivarius violin was missing. A half-finished cup of tea still sat on her coffee table. The city mourned the loss of a shining talent. Friends described Eleanor as beloved but extremely competitive. The Boston Philharmonic's tight-knit world quickly became the center of the investigation. Several colleagues mentioned jealousy swirling around Eleanor's rising fame, especially after she was offered a soloist spot for an upcoming European tour. Suspicion initially pointed toward fellow musicians who had competed for the same prestigious position. Detectives found a strange detail. Eleanor had received a text the night before she died. "I need to talk. Please." It was from her orchestra roommate and longtime rival, Sophie Wren. When questioned, Sophie admitted to sending the message but said she never went over. However, CCTV footage from Eleanor's apartment building revealed Sophie entering Eleanor's place around 9:30 p.m., just an hour before Eleanor's estimated time of death. Caught in a lie, Sophie clammed up and lawyered up. Search warrants revealed even more troubling evidence. Sophie's internet searches about strangulation techniques. Emails showing deep resentment toward Eleanor, accusing her of stealing every opportunity. Most damning, the missing Stradivarius violin was found hidden under the floorboards in Sophie's apartment. She had even contacted an underground dealer to try to sell the violin internationally, worth over $3 million. It was clear this was more than rage. It was greed. Sophie Wren had been a child prodigy herself, but felt overshadowed by Eleanor at every turn. When Eleanor was chosen as the soloist for the European tour, the opportunity Sophie desperately needed to revive her fading career, jealousy turned deadly. Sophie visited Eleanor's apartment under the pretense of reconciliation. They argued. In a moment of rage, Sophie grabbed a violin string from Eleanor's practice area and strangled her. Afterward, she staged the scene to look like a robbery and stole the Stradivarius. Sophie Wren was arrested 2 weeks later, charged with first-degree murder and grand larceny. During her trial, prosecutors laid bare the intense jealousy and calculated nature of the crime. Despite claiming it was an accident, the jury took only 6 hours to find her guilty. In December 2015, Sophie was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. At sentencing, Eleanor's father said, "You destroyed not only Eleanor's future but your own, all for a prize you never truly deserved." The Boston Philharmonic renamed their annual Young Soloist Award in Eleanor's honor. Her beloved Stradivarius violin was returned to her family, and later donated to a musical foundation supporting young artists. Eleanor's final recorded performance now serves as an eternal memory of her brilliance,